So, hello again, everyone. I'm back with the second uh, prophetic message of today. Yeah, like I said in my previous word, the Lord has had me, well, He's been downloading messages to me, and it's quite a few. So, I promised him that I would record them today. I'm hoping that I'll also be able to upload them on here today. So, yeah, this is message number 2, and this is a kingdom spouse, kingdom marriage message. Excuse me, and it's a lyrical one. So, yeah, the this song came to me repeatedly. I actually woke up from a dream about, my own kingdom spouse situation. And the song was literally playing. It was loud, just like booming in my ears as I woke up. And I've been hearing it on repeat over the past couple of weeks. And even my neighbor was playing it a couple of weeks ago as well. So yeah, the Lord has a message to share. This is going to be for people who have prodigals, prodigal spouses who have, um, yeah, so yeah, if you have been in a state of like weariness and you're feeling really tired of this journey, you're getting tired of waiting and you're struggling to be patient and you don't understand like what's the delay, what's taking so long, and why isn't it happening yet, Lord? This message is for you. So yeah, like I said, I've been hearing this song for a really long time, and the Lord also confirmed it to me with scripture. So I'm gonna start with the lyrics. I won't go too into detail with it because it was just literally two parts that stuck out to me. But the whole song is just really beautiful. I think it speaks uh, to what God wants us to know from Him, and also what God wants us to know about what is happening with these uh, kingdom spouses that we are standing for. So the song is Patient by Charlie Puth. Yeah, I've listened to a bit of Charlie Puth. I enjoy his music, but for some reason I hadn't heard this one. It was only when I woke up to it, that time when I had a dream about my own kingdom spouse situation. So, yeah, the parts that I'm going to read, okay, let me just read the lyrics, okay? It says, sorry, these mistakes I've made my fair share. When you needed me, I wasn't there. I was young, I was dumb, I was so immature, and the things that I did made you so insecure. But baby, I'm still your man, I swear. Please be patient with me. Please be patient with me. I know I'm not what you need, but baby, I'm gonna be. So please, please be patient with me. And then excuse me, he goes on to say, is it too much that I'm asking for? Can we start over? Can we end this war? I've been taking your love, I've been wasting your time, but is there still a chance of me changing your mind before you go walking out the door? Oh, you know I'm not perfect. If you leave, I deserve it. But baby, all I'm asking you is please, please be patient with me. Please be patient with me. I know I'm not what you need, but baby, I'm gonna be. So please be patient with me. And then this next part is this is like the other main part that was jumping out at me. It's the hook. It says, oh, you don't want to wait another minute. You don't want to wait another night. Just trust me. Just trust me. Just trust me, baby. And then he repeats that. You don't want to wait another minute. No, you don't want to wait another night. Just trust me. Just trust me, baby. And then he goes on to sing the chorus. Please be patient with me. Please be patient with me. I know I'm not what you need, but baby, I'm gonna be. So please be patient with me. And then he goes on to repeat that one more time, and that's the end of the song. So yeah, the Lord had been downloading I guess a bit of insight as to like what could be causing the delay and why we're feeling so impatient. And yeah, this journey is not one for the faint of heart, I know, as I'm going through it myself. But yeah, this is the Lord, number one, asking us, the people who are standing, to please be patient. He is at work, you guys. He is at work for sure. But as we know, the things of the Lord, they take time. And the Lord actually, I was praying about this, just asking God to give me, I guess, deeper understanding. And also, I asked Him to actually show me to see how to see my own kingdom spouse the way that He sees him. So the Lord has been telling me that, you know, these kingdom spouses, excuse me, the prodigals, are going through a lot of change, number one, and they are growing. And also, many of them have come from like toxic families, toxic relationships with, you know, the counterfeits and people around them. Perhaps they haven't been exposed to like a Christ-like love from a young age, and there's even childhood trauma that they've had to deal with. Well, not that they've had to deal with. I think many of them have kind of been suppressing it and not acknowledging it, but right now they are dealing with working through all of their trauma. You know, some of them grew up in abusive homes, and dysfunctional environments. They weren't shown love, you know, they weren't shown support. They they grew up, you know, in poverty, or having to get by with literally less than the bare minimum, you know. Um and yeah, the Lord actually placed, I think her name is Dr. Lapera. Her channel is The Holistic Psychologist, I believe. I'll post the link to her videos or her channel, and then you guys can watch her videos. But I've been watching some of her videos, and it's just basically talking about different attachment styles, and you know, people with dissociative disorder and what that is. And the interesting thing with her and her content is that she sort of does it from a parent-child perspective. So, for example, the one video that really opened my eyes was the emotionally unavailable parent. So she plays the emotionally vulnerable parent, and then her adult child, obviously dressed up in pigtails, and a little teddy bear pretends to be the child of that emotionally unavailable child. So she'll say, I'm an emotionally unavailable parent," and her child will be like, "What does that mean?" And then she will respond and say, "It means that while I deeply care for you, I'm just emotionally not available. So I'll take care of your needs as far as your physical needs. I'll put a roof over your head. I'll give you food to eat. I'll pay for your school fees. But you can't, sorry, but you can't expect more from me." And then the child will say, "Oh, is that why you don't really seem to take an interest in me or the things that I do?" And the parent will respond, "It's not that I don't want to take an interest. I really do, and I do care about you, but because of my own traumas and not dealing with them, and I'm unable to cope, so I just shut down and I become emotionally unavailable." And then the child will respond and say, "Okay, here's what I'm learning. In 20 years' time, when I have my own family and I've made my own partner, I'm going to seek comfort in, or I'll be comfortable being with a partner that is emotionally unavailable because that became normalized to me. And I'll probably mirror some of your own traits and in only providing the bare minimum for my child, but not being emotionally present for them." So, yeah, it was just, that's just an example. I'm paraphrasing like what was said in one of the videos that she uploaded. But yeah, that's pretty much the gist of her content, and it opened my eyes in such a way because um I didn't grow up in like a dysfunctional environment, which I'm very grateful for. And sorry guys, there is a bit of noise outside. There's kids playing. So please excuse the noise. But yeah, I didn't grow up in a dysfunctional or toxic family. I'm very thankful for that. The Lord has been very good to me, and I acknowledge that I'm very privileged in that sense where I had, both of my parents, they were married, and they did the best they could for my siblings and I, and we had a really great childhood. We were all pretty much secure and very happy. It wasn't perfect. We went through challenges as a family that the Lord brought us through, but yeah, I maybe it was like ignorance, my own ignorance, because when you are so used to a certain type of environment or type of family, you think like, oh, everyone grows up in that environment. And I'm much older now, and I am learning new things every day, and I, especially through social media, you get to hear people's stories of like how they grew up, and that it wasn't, not everyone comes from the same type of background or family. So my eyes have just been open, and I think especially with this kingdom spouse journey and me being impatient, I feel horrible, I feel very bad because I didn't realize the extent to what some of these kingdom spouses have gone through. Um, and I know that a lot of the prophetic voices, especially those who have been called to speak about kingdom marriages and God ordained unions, they will say, be patient with your spouse, or they have traumas that they have to deal with, addictions and all these things. But it's one thing to hear that, and it's another thing to understand it. And I think where I'm at and that I'm hoping that God will bring you is a place of understanding. So, yeah, these kingdom spouses probably, and this is not for everyone, please take this back to the Lord, and if anything resonates with you, still pray about it and take it back to God. But these kingdom spouses, they all come from different types of backgrounds. Some of them had emotionally unavailable parents. Some of them grew up witnessing abuse, and, their parents or their siblings or their caretakers maybe had addiction issues, or poverty was a big stronghold and hindrance in their life. Some of them maybe grew up not having enough to eat, not having their emotional, physical, spiritual needs being met. And yeah, it's very unfortunate. My heart is just like, when God downloaded this to me, my heart was, it sunk to the bottom of my body. I was just like, oh my gosh, like I really feel I feel horrible. I feel so bad. I feel such deep empathy for these prodigals. Um, and yeah, the Lord just showed me that He really does care about these prodigals. Yes, they have, done their fair share of mistakes, and they haven't made the best choices. They've run after, counterfeits and, um, you know, addictions, and there's been witchcraft, all of these things, right? And that can lead to a lot of bitterness and resentment within us as the people that are standing. But the Lord is working through them. They've now reached a place where they have awakened. They know who you are to them. They know how to hear from God, and God is now having them do the work. Like, I know we as the standers, we also have our own fair share of trauma and things that we had to deal with, strongholds we had to break off. A lot of us have been praying, fasting, and really partnering with God to break these chains, and God has been healing us, right? But now it's their turn. And I'll give this as an example. Like, when you have grown up with, let's say, an emotionally unavailable parent, um, that just provides like for your basic needs, and they don't really seem to take an interest in you or what you have going on, even until your adult life. That's traumatic in and of itself, and it takes time to deal with these issues. So the Lord is calling some of them to really deal with these things, to acknowledge, like, yeah, the trauma that I've been through is the cause of, or one of the factors that have led me to be with the counterfeits, and be in this toxic relationship with someone who is abusive. And now I need to go through healing. I need to go to therapy. I need to seek counseling from the Lord, to really get past this, so that I can be the best version of myself for my kingdom queen, or my kingdom king, the person that's standing for me. So yeah, guys, back to the lyrics. They are basically feeling very sorry right now, and they're acknowledging that, they've made mistakes, and they've made us feel insecure and unseen and unheard. but they are reassuring us that they still want to be with us. They are going through changes, they are growing, they are going through healing. And I'm sure you yourself, you know, standing for this individual, your God ordained husband or wife, you've also been going through growth, and you know that growth is uncomfortable, right? It's not easy letting go of your old mindsets, letting go of, negative influences in your life, even unlearning certain things that sort of got you by. The things like your vices, I should say. Yeah, just unlearning all those things and relearning new things. Like God is teaching them new ways to cope, new ways to handle stress, um, new ways to live and heal. And He's also teaching them how to love you. Through this whole process, God is giving them instructions and insight on how to love you. We know that they are watching us, and through them observing us and watching us, they're learning, what we like, what we don't like, the type of person we are, yeah, all of these things. So they're also learning about us at the same time. And God is just flipping the script, so to speak. And they're going through a lot. It's not easy letting go of your old ways. It's not easy learning to do new things. It's uncomfortable, and when we're uncomfortable, it doesn't feel pleasant. So on top of that, a lot of them are also dealing with the results of their traumas. Some of them have developed some, I don't know what to call them, like their mental health, um, yeah. So things like bipolar disorder, depression, anxiety, and a whole other array of things that probably don't have a scientific name. Um, but yeah, they're going through a lot, you guys, and they are really working so hard to be the best that they can be for God, number one, and for you. They don't want to come back to you still dealing with, still having unhealed wounds and unhealed trauma, because there's a saying that hurt people hurt people. I know a lot of us in our kingdom spouse journeys, we have been hurt by these people because they were unhealed. Naturally, they're going to hurt us because they themselves are like really hurt, and they have not healed. They hadn't partnered with God. They were being rebellious towards God, and their ill treatment of us, should I say, was a reflection of that rebellion, or a result of that rebellion against God. But now they have partnered with God. They have made a covenant with God to get better, to heal, so that they can be the best version of themselves, and so that God can use them as a vessel to love us correctly and to do His will for their lives, and the will of God through these marriages and God ordained unions. So let me just go into the chorus. So the chorus says, please be patient with me. Please be patient with me. I know I'm not what you need, but baby, I'm gonna be. So please be patient with me. And this is sort of the Lord also asking us as standers to continue to be patient, to please be patient while He is doing, this new work in the kingdom spouses' lives. He's asking us to be patient with Him, and He's also asking us to be patient with them. Excuse me. We know that a lot of them are going to be returning, and they are not going to be perfect by any means, just as we are not perfect as well. This is just like two flawed people who have partnered with God to do His will here on earth. And we're not going to be perfect because we're still human. So the same grace that we ask the Lord to show us, when we make mistakes, when we don't do what we were supposed to do, and that forgiveness that we keep seeking, the Lord is saying, like, extend to them the same grace. And the part that says, I know I'm not what you need, but baby, I'm gonna be. So please be patient with me. That's your kingdom spouse saying that they acknowledge that they know they are not where they are supposed to be right now. They don't feel worthy of you and your love and your support, and they still have work to do, but they are determined to get to that level that God has called them to be. They are so they're confident that they will get there, but they also know that it's going to take time, and they just want to be the best that they can for you and for God. So please be patient with them. And the next part that jumped out at me is, the hook. It says, oh, you don't want to wait another minute. You don't want to wait another night. Just trust me. Just trust me, baby. That's God. God is sort of chastising you and saying like, hey, I see you. You're weary, you're impatient, and you don't want to wait anymore. You know, you're being impatient. You don't want to wait, not even another night. But just trust me. God is asking you to please just trust Him. And your kingdom spouse is also asking you, please trust in God, trust in me. I'm going to return. I'm going to be the best man or woman for you. I just need to work through these things. I'm healing, I'm growing. It's taking time, and I'm going through things, but please be patient. I still want to be with you. I'm still partnering with you. I'm still partnering with God. Just trust me. Trust me. So yeah, they're just like pleading. They're pleading, and they also, I guess they feel like maybe you want to move on, like you're ready to just throw in the towel because this process has taken way too long according to your timing. It's taken way too long. It's too much work. You're even feeling doubtful, like asking God, like, is this really the person that you want me to be with? And yeah, am I standing for the right person? Is kingdom marriage even for me? And they know that you could literally move on with anyone that you want, but they are asking you to please be patient and please give them another try. And they want to be the best for you. So yeah, guys, it's wait it out. And the thing about this is it takes time. When you go to like therapy, right? Okay, you acknowledge, okay, I'm depressed. I have anxiety. Um, or I have this certain trauma that has been following me all throughout life, and I want to heal from it. I want to get rid of it. I want to learn how to cope better. So you book an appointment with your therapist or your psychologist or psychiatrist, counselor, but your problem is not going to go away with like after one session, right? I think a therapy session lasts like an hour. Um, so is your problem, like your trauma and all of that, is it all gonna go away within that hour? Like realistically, no. Maybe, God is the God of miracles. He can make it go away and help you heal within an hour. But realistically speaking, you're gonna need more time. So you have to like go to more therapy sessions so that you can unpack different things. And God is sort of like their therapist right now because he is helping them heal. Yes, some of them are actually going to literally go to therapy, and or they are currently undergoing therapy, but the main therapist, the number one healer, the great physician in this whole equation is the Lord. Okay. So, yeah, you go to many sessions of therapy to unpack each issue. You get to like express yourself, say the things that you're going through, how you're feeling, how you see things, and your therapist gives you, with each session, they give you exercises to do, right? To help you adapt to this new way of life, this new way of coping with your traumas, this new way of healing, so that you can progress and grow and, be your best self. So it's the same with this, guys. It's going to take time. And in cases where the Lord is uprooting certain things and breaking generational curses, breaking mindsets and strongholds, it's gonna take a while. And I know we're like all in a rush, and we've all been like hearing these messages like they're coming and your kingdom marriage is gonna be swift and all of that. But also bear in mind, it's all about God's timing. I know, because I feel this way myself. Like I just want it to happen now, and it would just be so amazing if things just happened with the snap of a finger. But it's all about God's timing. And when the Lord sees fit, when he says that they are ready to return and that they've done their healing, he will make these marriages happen. So always have that in the back of your mind. That it's all about God's divine timing, and his timing is the best timing. So yeah, guys, the scripture that the Lord added to this word is Ephesians chapter 4 verse 12, and I'm going to read from two versions. So the New Living Translation of Ephesians 4 verse 2, it says, always be humble and gentle, be patient with each other, making allowance for each other's faults because of your love. And the New International Version of the same scripture says, be completely humble and gentle, be patient, bearing with one another in love. So the Lord is saying here, because we know when they come back, or even, within your separation, the Lord will allow for contact here and there. The Lord is saying, be patient. And when you guys are in your your marriage, they are still going to need help carrying some of their burdens. Your role as a wife, okay, I'm speaking to the woman here, but your role as a wife is to comfort and to nurture, and a lot of these men, they need comfort. They've been going through like the craziest warfare and dealing with all of this trauma and things that they have, like different battles that they're facing that some of us aren't even aware of. It's a lot, so they are going to need comfort. They are going to need you to help them bear their burdens, their stresses, and pray for them and encourage them. And maybe right now they don't have the capacity at the moment to help you um, deal with your or carry your burdens, but the Lord is there to comfort us. So when they come back, we have to comfort them. And the Lord is also saying to just, be humble and to be patient and gentle with them. Um, for some of you, you've been in separation for quite a while and you're feeling frustrated, and it's very easy to, pop off at the mouth because you might feel some type of way about the shenanigans that these prodigals have been doing. But yeah, be gentle. Ask the Lord to help you. Ask the Lord to show you how He sees your kingdom spouse. And God sees them and us as precious. He loves us so much. We are so near and dear to them, and they are very near and dear to Him. I think in Philemon, I can't remember the verse. I think I quoted it in my last Kingdom Spouse word. But he says, Paul writes, I'm sending my very heart back to you. And these prodigals are the very heart of God. He loves them so much. He is elevating them to king status, and He wants us to steward them well, and He's teaching them right now how to steward us well, along with teaching them, you know, how to navigate through life and deal with their traumas and heal and grow. So, guys, it's a lot that we are going through, and it's a lot that they're going through. So, God is just asking you to please be patient, continue to pray for them, continue to stand in the gap for them, encourage them, support them, even if you can't directly say it to them, like maybe you're not in communication or you're in separation, but ask the Lord to convey the message for you to them, to just let them know that you're thinking of them and that you're encouraging them. And if you are in a situation where you're in contact with your kingdom spouse, your prodigal, yeah, if the Lord leads you to send them an encouraging message, let them know you're thinking of them, and that you're rooting for them. Because yeah, God is rooting for them. And yeah, let them know, you never know how much they need to hear it. So, yeah, guys, that's the word for today. And I'm sorry if, I was all over the place. Yeah, I'm quite tired and still recovering from, not having the best health-wise, like the best weekend health-wise. But yeah, I'm still trusting God for healing. So, yeah, I'm sorry for rambling and being all over the place, but I hope that this all made sense and that it was able to provide insight to you guys. that maybe don't understand like what's happening, what's going on. But the gist of it is, yeah, please be patient and keep praying for them. Keep praying for your spouse. Keep standing in the gap for them because they really need it. They're going through a lot. Excuse me. So, yeah, guys, I'm going to be signing out. I have one more word that I need to release. So, yeah, from me, it's all love, and I hope that you all are blessed by this message. And yeah, thank you once again for listening and for the support. And yeah, may God bless you all. Okay, bye.